really excited about something. Capability. I've been doing some research on live streaming for the church, and my goal is to come up with another configuration that is so easy to use that when I can't be there to live stream, somebody else that maybe knows nothing about it can just easily go in and do it. And basically what I've come up with is like a one camera deal hooked as directly as possible into the computer. But the problem is you always need an encoder in between your camera and your computer to convert the signals from your camera into what's it called? There's a term. I've been doing the research. Universal video something codec, UVC. Basically what that is it tells your computer that, hey, here's a webcam, use this, although you have to go in and tell the computer yourself that which webcam to use, because computer will always default to its internal built-in webcam usually. So I've come up with some ideas, and there's about 1 million different ways of doing this, and I may end up having to buy a dongle little thing to plug into the USB port of the computer. I don't know yet. That's more money being spent, no money coming in. What else is new? To me, the simplest thing is to just set up my switcher by itself with one camera hooked into it. And all you gotta do is turn it on, camera in input A. Don't touch a switcher. I don't know about the audio though. The audio has to be told. And then when you set it up, I think the easiest way is to just use, like if you're streaming to YouTube, which is what we're planning on doing, easiest thing to use is to just go into the YouTube interface, but then somebody has to be able to set that up and tell it, okay, go here, use the audio from the switcher, use the video from the switcher, because it doesn't just automatically do that. It defaults, again, to the internal camera built into the computer, which is basically a selfie camera. And that's no good for live streaming unless you're going to set the computer up with the camera. That's always a possibility too. But not really, because we can't string any cable, or our access point for the internet is the front center part of the church, and it's far enough away you can't really run cable from there to, I've been told we don't want to run cables all over the church, and I agree. So, but that's not what I'm excited about. In the course of doing this, I asked myself, is there a way to send video out of an iPhone and strip out all the stuff, like the record button and everything that appears on the iPhone screen? And when I did that research, I was first there must be a device that does that. And then I noticed, oh wait, Filmic Pro does that, the new version of Filmic Pro. And I'm like, holy cow, let me try it. So with the addition of a dongle device on the side of the iPhone, which basically has the video output and a charging input through the Lightning port, you can send video out via HDMI from Filmic Pro, the app, and it is a clean feed. And I'm so excited about that for so many different applications. First off, the iPhone 12, the new version of the iPhone, has 4 really good looking cameras built into it. So that's 4 times, So when I want to run it with my my switcher, I can run it straight out of the iPhone and treat my iPhone as a video camera. That saves a lot of time and money, because you're always carrying an iPhone around with you, if you have an iPhone. But Filmic Pro also works with non-iPhones too, which is neat. It's good to know kind of thing. Most people wouldn't have Filmic Pro. They're not as much into the video as I am, and so they don't carry it. And most people, if you said, hey, bring your phone, but go buy Filmic Pro, I forgot how much it costs, but if it costs anything, any app costs anything, it's too much to ask of most people. They say, I'm not buying anything. So, yeah. So, and I've tested it. I've got it to work on this iPhone, my iPhone 7, and I know it'll work on my iPad. So there's 3 cameras ready to go, and there are 3 things that can be carried around in a small case, and one's actually in my pocket all the time. And so when I need to go set up, I just have to get 3 of these, 2 more of these dongles. I already have 1. They're not really cheap, but whatever. We get 2 more of these dongles, and I'm ready to go. And the, of course, the HDMI cables. And I think I can cut down on the cable management problem and have a very simple, easy to set up that will go just about anywhere I want to. And it's pretty exciting for me because I'm trying to do that, live stream or record people's meetings and all sorts of things, events and stuff like that. And, carrying big cameras, although it looks impressive and is a visual cue that you are a quote-unquote professional, actually is kind of not necessary and very cumbersome, and oftentimes will lead to failure because these big cameras, there's so many things that can go wrong with them, whereas an iPhone, just keep it charged up or bring your charger with you, which is what I do every time. Anyway, so that's exciting. I'm running long. I'm almost on my way, all the way to work. And, of course, I'm running late, as always. But, on the way in, I wanted to mess with this. I found my other dongle, one that charges and on one side and puts the microphone on the other side. I may throw this whole video out if the microphone doesn't work, because these dongles don't always work the way they should, and I realize why. This is a Belkin product, and Belkin is usually a good brand name, but it's not Apple, and apples can be finicky. Apples with apples, and you don't want to compare apples and Belkins, apples and oranges. Ha ha ha. Anyways, so need to concentrate on getting to work. So, but let's just say I'm excited about trying these new things out and seeing if it'll happen. I got too much things in my hands. I'm testing out the dongle that I got for this camera with the microphone. I got the Rode stick mic adapter. Get in the door here. Yeah, fine. I'm going the back way. See what I'm looking at here. Yeah, you can see the microphone on the top of right there. Video. These days I go in the back way. Somebody's working late. Gonna follow these arrows. Through the maze. This is the old part of the building. I don't see any ghosts. And to my edit bay. Edit 8. And we're here, get used to it. Hey, I'm still getting over this crud. Lovely. I am heading to Tiffany Springs to the worst, to Best Buy to look up the dongles for the iPhone cameras. Now that I know that LumaFusion and also ProMovie, to a degree, can be used to strip out the all the graphics and give what's called a clean video feed from the phones, essentially turning them into pretty decent video cameras. And these are video cameras that we just so happen to carry in our pockets, and good for in a pinch or for things where you can't have a massive intensive setup. So I'm hoping they have these dongles here, and I have not much time. I have a little less than an hour now because I got to pick up the kiddos on Wednesdays. They have early release, so they're in the school at the in-school activity, what's it called, something, Pioneer Club, something like that. Anyway, so let's get to it. I've got to make this fast. I hope they have it. And Apple is quite proud of their crap, I'll tell you what. And look at that. It's $54. I got an open box one to save money, and that was $49, but that's still expensive for a cable. And my experience has been that Apple stuff is not very well made, and really the only benefit you get is that it's guaranteed to work with their things, which I don't know. I think they're proprietary as well as being expensive, and I've had a few aftermarket things that I've bought to try and save money, and even that's expensive. And had it just absolutely not work because of Apple. Sometimes I'm not a big fan, I tell you.
Alright, here's that Americano for you.
Thank you. Oops.
Did I get you?
Oh, that's alright. Nope, I'm fine. Thank you.
Sorry about that.
That's alright. Thanks.
Have a nice day.
You too. Coffee. Now I'm testing the stability of a 2-axis gimbal, a Zhiyun something. Come on, dongs, let's go. Seems like the last time I used this, I wasn't too happy with it. So let's see what this does. I mean, the camera has stabilization, the phone, so it should work. But I don't know about the up and down movement with the gimbal. Since that's the axis, it doesn't have control over. Come on, dongs. So we'll see what it looks like. Now it's my favorite part of the work day. Stampeding time. End of the shift. Hope I don't run into anybody. 'Cause I like to get through my whole work day without seeing anybody in this era of the beer flu. And the weather is supposed to turn crappy. Yep. Crappy. But it's time to beat feet and get out of here. I've got to run an errand. I'm getting ready for Christmas live streaming perpetually at the church, and let's test, see how well I can get into a car while holding a gimbal. Thank God for stabilization, or this would be a mess, as it has often been. But temperature 39 degrees. Oop, turn that down. Mine. That I'm looking for some mounts, since I'm going in the direction of the smartphone cameras, and there's a lot you can do with smartphones these days, and so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to do the smartphone cameras and go into Wife's Enemy number 2. What's that? This name of the store. Overland Supply. It's a photo store, one of the few left in this world. And gonna get some mounts, the gooseneck kind of things with a clamp on the bottom, which are not cheap. I got the dongles for the phones, and now I'm getting the mounts, and I'll leave maybe HDMI cables. I have HDMI cables, but it seems like I go cheap on those, and they are awful. They go bad really quick. So anyway, fun. Is this now Wife's Enemy number 2? Since I've lost track, I guess I have to rename them. Alright, it appeared they weren't going to have what I wanted, and then there was another row I didn't see these, so this is what I needed. Yep, let's try this out. Let's see how it works. Kind of dubious. Hey, I'm getting some coffee.
Hi, welcome to Head Rush. What can I get for you today?
All right, thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
You too.
Thank you.
Coffee. Ooh, hot. Hello. Yeah, we have a good.
And the name?
Steve.
And the last initial?
S.
And what time is it for?
6 o'clock.
And what color is that?
Black.
I've been wrong so much, I'm not guessing now.
Toyota Sienna.
Sienna?
I think that for
Alright,
those of us
1
here at
second.
the bridge, it's felt really important to try and not drop the ball. You know, to keep doing things and
different name?
I don't think so.
Did you order it online?
Yeah.
Alright. I'll get it called in. It's just not pulled up here yet.
Okay.
Just go ahead and park anywhere with a white sign, and I will bring it up. We'll bring it up to you.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
This is how we get food at Joe's. Oklahoma Joe's. In the era of the bear flu. So,
Steven or Stefan?
Steve, yeah.
Cool. Here you go.
That's full ribs and 3 Z-Man.
Yeah, should be all in there for you.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Good one.
Woo-hoo. Loretto. T-shirt.
It's not selling anymore?
Hmm? Yeah.
Why not selling? Ew, your teeth is rotten. First you need to clean your rotten teeth.
Tea. Ooh, it's good. People driving fast. Step back, step back, step back. Doing our Brookside Shop Small for Christmas. Leaving the Choice after live streaming. This simple setup.
Jimmy.
And now it's time for coffee. Actually, I think I'll have tea. Had the opportunity to test out the live stream today, and it worked. Tea. Zachariah. He's having a steamer.